even know where it is, dude. The refrigerator. You go get me a minute. Sheldon.
We're gonna go outside.
Yes. Because then I'm going to have to go sit outside.
No. We got killed. No, the title. Yep. Had Speedway on it. Martinsville Speedway, so make sure you don't put anything like that on there. Holy shit. Yep. Yeah. No.
They hired Flat Out Racing to do it. Flat Out TV, what the hell they are.
Yeah.
You've got like 2,700 people on their YouTube.
Oh yeah.
And then I see this Flat Out Sim Racing post today about their 5-race deal to cover Chris Cup. Oh, I see the Chris Cup. Yeah, they wanted us to do it. We were like, just get me serious.
I gotta go out. Sorry.
Every driver's named Chris. I thought you said it was up, Phil. Oh, there it is. No. We're not talking. No, we're, they should not be.
Yeah. Forward bite. Every racer wants it, and it just may be the difference between winning and losing. You know that feeling when you come out of the turn like a rocket and leave them in the dust? That's forward bite. And now it's more than just an advantage on the track. It's a lifestyle, and quickly becoming a movement, sweeping racers of all ages, skill levels, and walks of life across the nation. From go-karts to Formula One and everything in between. Forward bite is your key to success, and we're here to make sure you not only know how to get it, but look pretty dang cool in the process. Welcome to Forward Bite Nation. Whether you're racing or wrenching, Forward Bite has you covered. The Forward Bite brand was born in the garage and is for racers and fans of racing by racers. If there's anything we know and love, it's the track.
And good afternoon, race fans. Welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network this afternoon, live at the Eldora Speedway. It is championship day for the gang at the Hunt the Front Virtual Racing League. The TradingPaints.com Showdown today at the Eldora Speedway, and it comes to you live via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. What is going on, everybody? Phil Lacassis here, my partner alongside Net Controls. That's the illustrious Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton there. And Todd, we come out to Eldora for the fourth and final race of this awesome series being put on by our friends at Hunt the Front, and this has been a great deal to do. And today we look at Zach McSwain leading the point with 205 by 4 over Tyler Ducharme. Craig Swartz coming in today 9 points back, 11 back to Dylan Hauser, and Trent Bieber separated by a slim 15 points. This whole thing can turn upside down, but it's time to get going.
Yeah, definitely time to get going here. The Hunt the Front Virtual Racing League, presented by Forward Bite tonight. The Trading Paints race here. Trading Paints is the sponsor. TradingPaints.com, the sponsor here of the Eldora Speedway and the Showdown at Eldora Speedway. And heat race number 1 getting ready to come to grid, starting on the pole, driving the number 07. That is Howard Weaver. His dancing partner outside, that's Blake Nelms aboard car number 57. Inside row number 2, that's the 18X machine. That's Cameron Kaysen aboard the 18X, and Robert Fletcher aboard the number 77, rolling off position number 4. Fifth starter sees the number 73 of Ryan West aboard the number 73 machine, and Jesse Hare aboard that number 4, rolling off position number 6. Rolling off 7th is Ryan Atkins aboard the 614 machine, and his dancing partner outside driving the number 21. That's Antonio Davis. Davis in the number 21. Shotgun on the field driving the number 7 machine. That is Brett Palmer. Brett Palmer aboard the number 7 machine. We called for 9 cars out there, Phil. All 9 cars out there at Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio. Championship night here. Presented, like I said, presented by TradingPaints.com here. And a big shout out to Forward Bite, a fantastic sponsor here of Hunt the Front Virtual Racing League.
Forward Bite, racing apparel and swag for the fans and drivers of Forward Bite Nation. Whether you're racing or wrenching, Forward Bite has you covered. As we get ready to rock and roll with heat race number 1, Howard Weaver on the pole, Blake Nelms, Cameron Kaysen, Robert Fletcher. That's a good 2 rows there. We're going to go 8 laps around in the heats. The top 3 will transfer on into the main event. And what I didn't check is how many heats we're going to schedule for. I believe it's up to 5, potentially 6. I'll effort that here in a second as I click over, but off to number 4 this time. I believe we're going to go racing for the first of what is going to be 5 heats this afternoon. Let's go to it. 8 laps around. The green flag's up in the air.
Yeah, and Howard Weaver aboard the Tennessee number 07 machine, already flirting with disaster with Gomer already early on in the going. But that is Howard Weaver, your race leader, second right now. Blake Nelms in that number 57 machine. Here comes that 18X down to the inside. Carson down to the inside, trying to take over that second spot from the 57. Good side-by-side battle here at Eldora Speedway.
Sure is. 18 car of Kaysen down low. Cameron Kaysen, that black 57 up high. That is Blake Nelms. Will attempt to go door to door. They will off to number 4, completing now lap number 2. Racing on for second. Howard Weaver going to lead the way off the second corner, 0.6 of a second to lead. Will that connection hold up for him? So far, so good, but the race for second is the best race on the racetrack. Kaysen dives in really deep in 3 and 4. Slides of a hill. Nelms versus Kaysen for second off in turn 1.
Yeah, Kaysen trying to take over that second spot there, and that number 18X machine does nudge ahead of him here. That number 57 dropping back just a tad bit is Nelms. Nelms trying to fight back to the outside of the speedway. Nothing up there right now, but I tell you, most certainly right up to Eldora, the top side starts to become dominant. But right now, the 18X showing the quick way around the bottom side of the speedway. 4 in and 4 to go. We're halfway home.
Halfway home up front, and it is all the 07. Howard Weaver, last time by, led by 3/4 of a second. That may even grow a little more. This time off turn number 4, let's see it at the line. It shrinks down to 7/10 even. So now we're starting to run him down a little bit in the 57. Put Cameron Kaysen back to third. He's got Ryan Weistart, Robert Fletcher. That's our top 5, but only the top 3 will go off to the main event. And this time by 2 laps remain in Heat 1.
Yeah, Popsicle stays up in the air, and Howard Weaver is checked out on the field there. The Tennessee number 07 machine, and Blake Nelms running in second now as he gets the top side going there around the 18X of Carson. As Carson dives it back down to the bottom, white flag out on the air. The Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio, heat race number 1, almost in the books there, Phil.
Certainly is. We ride it down to turn number 2 down the back chute for the final time. The defending, or 2 year ago, defending champion of the Tennessee skip rope competition, the 07, Howard Weaver off turn number 4. He will take the checkered flag in heat race number 1. Second will go to Blake Nelms. Ryan Weistart will grab third because that was a Cameron Kaysen's car, and Gomer came and took Cameron Kaysen there. So Ryan Weistart will grab the third and final transfer. Robert Fletcher, Jesse Hare, Ryan Atkins, Brett Palmer, Antonio Davis, Cameron Kaysen. Those drivers going off into the LCQ rounds. That's a tough break for the 18 because he was in prime real estate. Blinked out in turn 1. That sucks. That's a sucky way to start the afternoon.
Yeah, it definitely is. The mothership takes him. They wanted him a little bit more here, and we'll see if he's going to be able to make it through one of those consolation events. Heat race number 2, getting ready to come to post. Going to go away like this, starting on the pole, driving that number 112 machine. That'll be Devin Morgan aboard the 112. And outside him, that current points leader right now in the JDR, number 25 of Zach McSwain. McSwain aboard the number 25. Inside row number 2 in the third starting spot, that's car number 97 of Tyler Green. And Bryson Phillips aboard the other number 97, rolling off in position number 4. Fifth starter sees Thomas McMullen aboard car number 29, and outside him, the 56, a nice pace scheme. They did announce it on Hunter Front, what kind of pace scheme they're going to run here this evening. That's Jonathan Joyner aboard the 56. That's a beautiful looking pace scheme, mimicking what their late model is. Definitely a sharp looking car there. And inside row number 4 in the 7th starting position, that's Andrew Torres aboard the number 50, and Brandon Mimic aboard the number 30 machine. Going to roll off position number 8. Rolling off 9th will be the number 53 of Jeff Snodgrass. Snodgrass aboard the number 53, Phil. And I tell you, man, this season has been it doesn't feel like it's been that long. It just started just 3 weeks ago. This is the final race of the very, very short season for Hunt the Front, and it's been a fantastic showing here on the Full Velocity Race Network. Got to appreciate all the sponsors for coming aboard. Got to appreciate all the fans for tuning in. And if you're part of Hunt the Front, make sure you make your way on over to the Full Velocity Racing Network. Hit our like and subscribe buttons, and we're also on YouTube. For high quality videos. If you want to watch it over there, definitely head on over to our YouTube. Full Velocity Racing Network on Facebook and on YouTube and even on Twitch as the green flag comes out here off turn number 4.
Green flag in the air, that green and black number 112 of Devin Morgan. He will charge it down. Returns number 1 and 2, the points leader. Started to the outside of the front row in this one. Zach McSwain, the number 25. He rides in high side into turns number 3 and 4. Let's exit turn 4. Devin Morgan will lead the way to lap 1. He'll best right now over Zach McSwain. That battle for 3 behind what looks like a 29 car of Thomas McKenzie now, or McMullen up to the 3rd spot. He's brought Andrew Torres on a 50 car. That's our top 4 exiting turn 4.
And McMullen down on the bottom there in that car number 25 machine, trying to get around the number 50 of Torres. Torres right now holding on to the 4th spot. Good battle going on between Joyner at number 97 and the number 97. There's a lot of 97s out there. We got the big Bud car up there on the top shelf of the Speedway. But that number 97 on the bottom, that is actually, in fact, that's Bryson Phillips and then other number 97. So a lot of 97s created by that 56 is Jonathan Joyner, that beautifully prepared car, making a 3 wide.
3 wide down the back chute, heading toward turn number 3, and that is racing back there for, call that 5th on back there off the corner as we put now halfway in the books. 4 laps in, 4 laps remaining. Devin Morgan's led them all so far in the 112. He's got 0.6 of a second over Zach McSwain's number 25 car. Then it's battle back here for 3rd. McMullen holds it. Torres behind him. Jonathan Joyner there. They stay nose to tail in the top 5 now with 3 laps remaining.
Yeah, 3 laps remaining. And tires in the 25 make a little bit of contact over there. McMullen now slips back there behind the number 50 machine. So a lot of contact going on over there for the 3rd spot. Meanwhile, it is a 112 machine of Devin Morgan getting the popsicle sticks in the air here already, Phil. Early in heat race number 2. Definitely tracking here with the 25, about 10 car lengths back. Oh, he even closes the gap a little bit more, but makes him a huge mistake. We're going to see the white flag for that 112 with Devin Morgan.
Sure is. White flag up in the air this time by onto the corner. White silk goes up in the air, and who are going to be these 3 cars to transfer on? I've been watching good racing going on back here between Torres, the 50 car, Green, and McMullen, but we work in a 3 and 4. The checkered flag will go up into the air and give heat race number 2 to Devin Morgan in the 112. Zach McSwain finish up 2nd, and 3rd will go to the 50th, Andrew Torres. He'll grab the final transfer. Thomas McMullen, Tyler Green, Jonathan Joyner, Bryson Phillips, Brandon Minnick, Jeff Snodgrass will be the driver's Todd off into our LCQs.
Yeah, we're getting ready here now, locked and loaded for heat race number 3, and that's getting ready to come to post. The 3D Racing starting lineup, starting on the pole. Driving the number 80 machine, no stranger to victory lane. That's Dylan Wilson. It's an all Dylan front row, Phil. No surprise here. Dylan Hauser in car number 2 on the outside here in heat race number 3 in position number 2. So we'll see the Dylan and Dylan show to start off this race, see how that's going to end. Inside row number 2, the 3rd starting spot, the double zero of Ryan Brown. And Rodney Shockley aboard the 113 machine, going to roll off position number 4. 5th starter sees Christopher Ferguson aboard the number 24 machine, and Bobby Mattingly aboard the number 3 in position number 6. 7th starter sees Anthony Hudson aboard car number 22, and Virgil Perryman aboard the number 42 machine is going to roll off in position 8. 8 cars we call for. All 8 cars out there on the speedway. 8 laps will be the distance.
A bit of house cleaning and laundry to do. We also got to thank our sponsors for our quickest time and time trials this afternoon. Presented by Go Lithium Batteries. $10 of the fast qualifier. That was Howard Weaver this afternoon. Handmade in the USA. Our lithium batteries are purpose-built for racing, meaning endurance and durability you can trust. With 1,150 cranking amps weighing only 8 pounds and used by champions around the country, you can be positive Go Lithium is the correct choice for your team.
Yeah, big thank you to Go Lithium. Definitely a fantastic sponsor here of Hunt the Front. And there's a lot of great sponsors that came aboard for this, Phil. And championship night, and look how close those point standings were here.
Terrific, absolutely terrific. Said McSwain came in this afternoon with 205, 201 of Tyler Ducharme, 196 scored for Craig Swartz to 194 for Dylan Hauser, Trent Beaver with 190. So that is 11 points rather between first back about fourth. Call that 15 points back to fifth. So that anything can happen. The win, I believe, takes 70 on a weekly basis, so there is a lot to get to. We'll do the best to cover it, but we have our green flag up in the air for heat race number 3.
And Dylan Hauser down to the inside, side by side with Dylan Wilson. Wilson up to the top shelf of the speedway. Has that momentum in the ground, planted firmly there for the ADD machine. He moves into that top spot once again, but now Hauser goes to the outside. And car number 2, he's in position number 2, Phil. He's going to try to track back down the D1RT driver of Dylan Wilson.
Certainly is. Watching the strikes behind him going on for 3rd, which is for the transfer spot right now. We find the double zero of Ryan Brown, the 24 car of Christopher Ferguson having a good race there. The 42 of Virgil Perryman on the upside of that battle as well. We've been watching Wilson Hauser, the Dylan and Dylan show, leading the drama back here, Thomas. Who watched that 3rd and final transfer spot? Right now it's Ryan Brown off into turn 1.
Yeah, Ryan Brown right now holding on. It was Ryan Brown there for a second, but Christopher Ferguson now able to get around him in car number 24 machine. Down at the bottom, it's actually a 22 on the side of that car. So again, one of those things not happening there, but Christopher Ferguson holding on to the final transfer spot.
There is. He's got 2 car lengths off turn number 4 over Ryan Brown, but it is Dylan Wilson. He will lead the way. This one, he got cross flags last time by. This time, he'll complete lap number 5. 80 car leading the way over Dylan Hauser. We'll call it less than a 10th because that 2 is right there. He has chased him back down. We have drama here late. Hauser to the outside of Wilson as we come to 2 to go.
Yeah, Hauser right now on the outside of Wilson there in car number 80. Now back down to the inside. The 80 up on the top shelf of the speedway with 2 laps remaining. Number 2 now dives it up in the front of the ADD machine as Dylan Wilson right now trying to fight back to the inside, catfishing it, hub second, whatever you want to call it here. Eldora, we're going to see the white flag with Hauser, your race leader.
Hauser motoring around the outside lane. Can the Slick Sim Sport team number 2, can he steal a win in this one? Off of turn number 2, D1RT's Dylan Wilson will fight down to the low side. Hauser's going to have him 3 car lengths over to 3 and 4. Put the checkered flag in the air. In heat race number 3 will go to Dylan Hauser in the deuce. Dylan Wilson for 2. Christopher Ferguson will grab the final transfer spot over Ryan Brown, Virgil Paramore, Rodney Shockley, Anthony Hudson, Bobby Mattingly, completing our 8 cars there for that one. So 3 more tickets punched into our main event. That equals 9.
Yeah, as we have heat race number 4 coming to the post here, Phil, Hunt the Front, virtual racing league presented by Ford Bite, and we have second place points getter here on the pole of this one. And that will be Tyler Ducharme aboard car number 9, and his dance bar outside is actually 25 here tonight. As dance bar outside driving the 14, that's Trent Beaver. Inside row number 2, it is the third starting spot. That'll be Dusty Latner aboard the number 5 machine, and Joe Reuter aboard the number 20 machine. Going to start off in position 4. Fifth star sees James Shirley aboard car number 51, and Colby Knotts aboard the number 31. All pink and black number 31, rolling off position number 6. Rolling off 7th will be Chris Kuta aboard the number 23 machine, and Jeff Edgar aboard the number 98, the bright green, number 98, green and yellow.
Super bright.
Cannot miss that one out in the Speedway, rolling off position number 8.
Yeah, that car, Edgar, that number 98, that thing is so bright, my blind buck can see it. You have a bright car, and Phil can see it on a screen of loaded race cars.
You're doing a great
The
job.
painter has done something good. I'll tell you what, a lot of these cars, so many terrific painters out there in the community. You know, we talk about so many, and the best way to find them all when they load them all up, well, Trading Paints. And that's who are sponsoring our showdown this afternoon. TradingPaints.com, the official place to get all your iRacing paints uploaded to, and you can display them each and every day. We come out here to our network and many other all over the world here in iRacing as they are stacked up. They are ready for go. That's 2 guys in the top 5 of the standings on the front row. Tyler Ducharme and Trent Beaver, green flag in the air.
That green flag is in the air. The number 25 of Tyler Ducharme up to the top shelf of the Speedway, the JDR graphics machine, running currently second in points. Trent Beaver now falls back there into the clutches of the number 20 of Joe Reuter. Reuter down to the inside, side-by-side battle for the second spot there. They make almost a little bit of contact there. 3 wide for the race lead. Ducharme going to be able to pull out that one, though, Phil. And that number 25 machine up on the top shelf of the Speedway using that momentum as now Trent Beaver goes to war with the number 20.
Got Beaver up to the top lane of the 14, the 20 car of Joder down low, and they're going to be too close to call for second at the start-finish line. Ducharme going to continue to lead the way, the 25 car. Beaver punches the wall through 1 and 2, but that gives him a surge of power, put Beaver back to second, but Reuter's 20 car, they continue to fight door-to-door off of 4.
Yeah, Reuter down to the inside there, the number 20 machine, but he's in a transfer spot. How hard do you actually want to race? You want to probably try to check out from the rest of the field. James Shirley right now currently running in that 4th spot. He's about 6 to 7 car lengths back there, Phil, of the car number 20 machine. So Tyler Ducharme, your race leader of the 14, running second, and Joe Reuter running in that 3rd and final transfer spot. We're 4 in, halfway home, 4 in, 4 to go.
And they are all starting to get to the top lane of the racetrack as well. Something I think we've all come accustomed to here at the Eldora Speedway as the cars up on the wall, pushing that cushion up high. And so far, so good for the 25 car off of turn number 4. That is Tyler Ducharme trying to steal away a championship this afternoon in what is going to be an electric feature event to headline the Hunt the Front Virtual Racing League season here for this one. Off the corner, we're going to put 2 sticks in the air, 2 more trips around for Tyler Ducharme.
Just a reminder to all the folks out there, Ford Bite, if you use the promo code HTF, you'll get 10% off your purchase. So Ford Bite, head on over there, get 10% off your purchase by using the promo code HTF, all capitals.
That sounds like a great plan today, is it being Mother's Day Sunday, to maybe buy something for the ladies out there, or maybe a little something for yourself as racetracks begin to start reopening here really slowly. But we do have the white flag around the half mile. The race leader is in turn number 3 and 4, and that is going to be Tyler Ducharme, who will pick up the win in heat race number 4 over Trent Beaver. Give Joe Reuter the transfer spot. James Shirley, Chris Kuta, Dusty Ladno, Colby Knotts, and Jeff Egger round out our top 5 in that one. So 4 heat races in the books, which means we have 1 more remaining before we get to our LCQs this afternoon.
Yeah, the final heat race of the evening, heat race number 4 in the books, heat race number 5 coming to post, and they're going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 10 machine, That will be Joseph Joyner in the Hunter Front scheme, and Jesse Enterkin aboard the number 1. Look at these schemes, man. They're beautiful out
Awesome.
there. Hunter Front team, guys. So give a good shout out to them. All of the front row belongs to those guys, Joyner and Enterkin. We'll see who's going to come out on top of that one. We know you guys got to have a favorite out there, so pick one of those guys. Is Jesse Enterkin going to be able to beat Joseph Joyner? Who's going to win this one? So third spot, they're going to belong to Adrian Brown aboard car number 100. And his days spread outside, Austin R. Jones aboard car number 32. Inside row number 3, that's Cody McDaniel aboard the number 4 machine. And Cody Whitehead aboard that number 33. Rolling off position number 6. 7 starters, he's Robbie Griffin aboard the number 19. And Joshua Joyner, who's starting deep in the field in car number 40. The last car out there, he's actually 27. Does not have the paint scheme out there, Phil. So we'll see what's going to go on there. But it's going to be interesting who's going to take down this. Can it be Joseph Joyner? Can it be Enterkin out of that front row? I want to know you guys. I'm monitoring every chat box across the land.
That's good.
So every one of them.
You've got many monitors to do so. I've got 3 monitors full of stuff for this afternoon between the sponsor reads, the points, trying to monitor the stream, and of course here on the live feed inside this Rossburg, Ohio, Eldora Speedway, one of the greatest dirt tracks this world has ever known. And of course, Earl built, Tony Stewart owned, and you thought Tony Stewart, you think dirt racing for sure as we get ready to light the wick for 8 more laps around. The final heat race of the afternoon is under the iRacingIFlag.com green flag, and it's the Joseph Joyner number 10. He will lead the Hunter Front train down to turn 1.
Yeah, just taking a look at the Hunter Front. You're talking about the Hunter Front train there, Phil. Adam out there says, let's go, Jesse. We have Steve out there saying, go, Joseph. Brady England out there saying Jesse. So we got some picks out there. That's covering the Hunter Front Facebook page. But that number 10 machine right now showing the quick way around. That's Joseph Joyner. Enterkin running in that second spot. Can he track him down?
I think I read this afternoon that Mr. Enterkin came out of a dirt late model last night in the state of Florida, was out there racing, so that was a cool read. I'm going to follow Jesse and all the gang over Hunter Front on Facebook. They're also over on Twitch as well. Check him out today as Jesse runs on the second spot, but teammate Joseph Joyner in the number 10. He is out ahead. He's already put about 7/10 of a second over his buddy Jesse as we put 3 laps complete, and it's Cody McDaniel in the 4. He has a final stretch spot over Adrian Brown as we exit turn 2.
Cody McDaniel with the 4 machine, the kicker on the side of that, is he makes a little bit of a mistake there. Now we're going 3 wide for the final transfer spot, Phil, as we come up on halfway home, but the 4 able to hold on to that one. But we're going to see the first yellow flag of the evening, and it's going to come on heat race number 5. And we were talking about the Team VLR's Facebook chat, Quiet Phil, Full Velocity Racing Network's chat, quiet, but Hunter Front is raging out there. So
always
definitely appreciate those guys chiming in. But yellow flag coming out here, and we're going to see what caused this one. I almost believe it was the number 27 machine, unfortunately. The 27, yep, the 27 involved in this one. As we watch him go down here, he was just towards the back. He gets sideways, he overcorrects, and into the wall he goes. Joshua Joyner, and that number 27 machine, all by his selfie. We bought a brand new one today, Phil, after 32 yellow flags last night. We bought a brand new one for you.
Heard my stick got broken last night, and for that, I'm kind of upset. At the same time,
brand new.
You guys had 32 yellows at Martinsville last night, and that I can't feel any worse for you guys. I had to deal with that. That's just embarrassing. It's a shame, and it's a good way to run a night. 32 yellows at Martinsville. Yeah, I did that a few weeks ago. It's a headache for sure. Ran a league last night. Tommy had 7 yellows at Martinsville. It's terrific. Had a great race over there at TDR. Shout out to those guys putting on a good night of racing for us. But unfortunately for guys like you and Jack and Jeff McConey, yeah, I'm sure Jeff, talking to Jeff last night, maybe a little hungover today too, as you guys were kind of having a good old time last night on the Full Velocity Racing Network, and you had to get through that show. That was brutal to watch for certain, but we get a great one here this afternoon, celebrating Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, wherever you may be watching from. Welcome into the Full Velocity Racing Network this afternoon as we get ready to rock and roll a single file restart with 5 laps of 8 complete. Joseph Joyner leading Jesse Enterkin, Cody McDaniel, Adrian Brown, and Austin Jones will be our top 5 as the lights are out around the speedway. Unless I'm completely losing my mind, I believe they're out. The pace truck about to dive on in, and we will have 3 laps remaining in this one when we get back to racing. 10 car lights to wick. The fire is lit. Green flag in the air. Let's get back to it.
Yeah, and Joseph Joyner driving off down into turn number 1 in car number 10. The one up on the top shelf of the Speedway. Well, that only lasted for a minute there. Henriksen still running in second there. I thought he was going to go to the top shelf there, but he put it back in. Now he's up on the top shelf there, Phil. Off of turn number 4, trying to make some ground up here on car number 10 of Joseph Joyner. Joyner right now had the popsicle sticks up. I don't know if he's going to have enough time here with 2 laps remaining already down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Jesse Henriksen definitely fast. He has a lot of momentum in that number 1 machine. White flag in the air.
One more trip around. Kevin 10 car. Hold on. That is Joseph Joyner. He is off the exit up to number 2. He's got Jesse Henriksen chasing him. Race for third for the time being. Adrian Brown has overtaken Cody McDaniel. That's how a ride. The 100 will take a shot to 3 and 4, but it's going to be Joseph Joyner taking down the win in heat race number 5. Jesse Henriksen, Adrian Brown grabbing the transfer spots with Cody McDaniel, Austin Jones, Cole Whitehead. The headline, the list of names, Todd, that'll go off into our LCQs. I believe there are going to be 2 and maybe even 3 of those that'll be coming up next year. They should be around for, looks like 2 of them. Going to go 12 laps around the top 4, transferring on into the main event. And our LCQs this afternoon, sponsored by our friends at Speedy Fast Designs. Speedy Fast Designs is a graphic design company specialized in iRacing paint schemes, wraps, as well as logos, flyers, and more. We do our best work to give you a superior design to show off both on and off the track. Check out Speedy Fast Designs on Facebook today for more information.
Yeah, big thank you to Speedy Fast Designs and everything going on here again. Another thank you to Forward Bite here for the Hunt the Front Virtual Racing League presented by Forward Bite, I should say, here tonight. And also got to thank TradingPaints.com. Definitely what happens. That's how all these cars load out here. These beautiful paint schemes and beautiful wraps. That's how it loads here. So big thank you to those guys. As now we get ready here for LCQ number 1, starting out in the pole, driving that number 77 machine. That will be Robert Fletcher. And outside of him, the number 00 of Ryan Brown. Inside row number 2, that's the number 4 machine. That's Cody McDaniel. And Tyler Green aboard car number 97, rolling off position number 4. Fifth starter will be Chris Gupta aboard the number 23 machine. And Ryan Atkins aboard car number 64. Inside row number 4, the 7th starting spot, that's the 113 of Rodney Shockley aboard the 113, and Cole Whitehead aboard that number 33, rolling off position number 8. 9th starter, Bryson Phillips aboard car number 16, and Colby Knotts aboard the number 31. Bryson Phillips actually aboard the number 97. Colby Knotts aboard the number 31 in outside of row number 5. Inside row number 6 will be Antonio Davis aboard car number 21, and Bobby Mattingly aboard the number 3 machine in position 12. 13th and final guy here on LCQ number 1, that's Joshua Joyner aboard car number 27.
There it is. 13 cars out there. They'll go 12 laps around, and 4 is the lucky number of this one. 4 drivers will start in the A main this afternoon out of this one, as well as LCQ number 2. So I believe that'll give us 8 plus 15. Call it 23 over the starting lineup this afternoon. We get to our feature event, but we got LCQs to do. iRacingIFlag.com. Green flag in the air.
Yeah, green flags in there, and these guys racing already. It's going to be heavy racing for the 4 final positions here from the LCQ number 1. The punch they're taking on in to the main group right now, running in the 4th spot. Now that changes rather quickly as Shockley now takes over that 4th and final transfer.
That's a good race back here too, but watching around with that big Bud Tyler Green 97 car is, and we saw Shockley right there shooting there. Chris Cook of a 23 car in the mix as well, trying to shuffle his way into the top 4, but right now Robert Fletcher, he leads Ryan Brown, but by fingernail claws, because Brown in the 00 car, he made a move to the outside lane, put the 00 back to the lead. Fletcher will look low, race for the lead on turn 4.
That race for the lead here is Ryan Brown now takes over the top spot over Fletcher in car number 77. The 3rd is Cody McDaniel. But McDaniel now looking to the inside of Fletcher to make it a side-by-side battle for that 2nd spot. That TAC 3 defense number 77 machine looking pretty good on the outside of the Speedway. He's not looking as fast as Ryan Brown is right now in that double down, but yellow flag going to slow these guys back down. Restack and repack the field, Phil. Shockley involved. Robert Shockley involved in this one. Getting into the side of the 23 of Chris Gupta. Number 97 also getting into the side of him too. I believe that's the number 97 of Bryson Phillips. And around they go, collecting the number 31 machine Rounding the knot, that's Colby Knotts, and Phil fell out of the announcer stand again. I think he fell out of his chair, clear out. We'll see if he's going to make his way back in here, or if he found one of those hot dog vendors again. Reason why he disappears a lot of the times is he's trying to find food or drinks. As we're in LCQ number 1, first of 2 LCQs. Said big thank you to Speedy Fast Designs. 0-0 of Ryan Brown, Robert Fletcher, 1-2. Third is Cody McDaniel. Then you got Chris Gupta aboard the number 23 machine in position number 4. That's the fourth and final transfer spot. On into the A main, the number 97 running in the 5th spot. That's Bryson Phillips. And the other number 97 and Tyler Green. So the Bud 97 on the outside, rolling off right now in position number 6. So we'll see how much this is going to change to the end. We have 9 laps to go. Going to be 8 laps to go at the line. Is iRacing.com. Chevy Silverado going to pull off here at the Eldora Speedway in Rossburg, Ohio. Pulls off down to the infield. iRacing I flag. Green flag is out. The double down to Ryan Brown again takes charge, takes command down into turn number 1. Here comes the number 4 machine down to the inside. Once again, that is Cody McDaniel trying to move into that second spot. Trying to get around Robert Fletcher right now. Fletcher holding on to the second spot. Here comes Gupta to the outside and then number 23. Double zero of Ryan Brown, your race leader here through his 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Here comes that 4 down to the inside, side by side for the second spot with Robert Fletcher. Fletcher, the top 3 defense on the outside there. And that number 77 machine trying to fend off his second spot. But that number 4 down to the inside again, side by side. As Gupta still on the outside, he's actually in the transfer spot on the outside of this battle. Just trying to mind his P's and Q's, trying to keep Cole Whitehead at bay there in car number 33 machine, but a good side-by-side battle. 5 laps remain here in the LCQ number 1. Ryan Brown, your race leader there in the double down machine. Robert Fletcher running there for the second spot. Third, Cody McDaniel aboard the number 4 machine, still looking to the bottom, making sure he's trying to make it work. But it doesn't look like anything going to happen there for car number 4, currently running in that third spot. Chris Gupta to the outside in car number 23 as the 77 makes some contact, makes some love to the outside retaining wall. Down the back straightaway here to turn number 3. Here comes the 4 sliding up in front of him. Cody McDaniel now takes over position number 2 as now the 77 fires back to the inside with 3 to go. Gupta into the fray too, now trying to make his presence known in car number 23 machine as he's looking down to the bottom a couple different times. But here comes that 4 up to the sliding it up in front of the 77 Robert Fletcher. He takes over second momentarily. Here comes Fletcher firing back. Popsicle sticks in the air. Ryan Brown is gone here at Eldora Speedway here at LCQ number 1. That's what he had to do here in car number 00. We're going to see the white flag off of turn number 4. Battle we're going to stick with the second, third, and fourth as the 4 keeps throwing sliders here. Haymakers at the 77 to Robert Fletcher. Gupta right there too in that number 23 machine. They come through 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Ryan Brown now into 3 and off of turn number 4. Going to pick up LCQ number 1. Robert Fletcher going to pick up that second spot. The number 4 going to finish up third. That is Cody McDaniel and Chris Gupta. And then number 23 going to round out your fourth and final transfer spot into the A main. The rest go home on the trailer. Thank you for participating in Hunt to Front Virtual Racing League presented by Ford Buy. So as we get ready now here for LCQ number 2. LCQ number 2, again, brought to you in part by Speedy Fast Designs. The winner of the LCQs get $10 sent to them. Presented by Speedy Fast Designs. A big thank you to those guys as LCQ number 2 gets ready to fire away, starting on the pole. Well, that is Thomas McMullen aboard car number 29 and James Shirley aboard the number 51, going to roll off position number 2. Third spot will be the number 34 machine of Jesse Hare and Virgil Prairieman aboard the number 42 machine in position number 4. Fifth starter sees Austin Jones aboard car number 32 and Jonathan Joyner aboard the number 56 machine, rolling out position 6. Seventh starter will be Dusty Ladder aboard the number 5 machine and Brent Palmer aboard the number 7 machine, going to roll off position 8. Inside row number 5, that's Austin Hudson aboard car number 22 and Robbie Griffin aboard the number 19 in position 10. 11th starter Brandon Mimic aboard the number 30 machine, and then Jeff Egger aboard the number 98 in position 12. 13th starting spot Cameron Casson aboard the number 18X and Jeff Snodgrass aboard the number 53, rolling off in the final spot in position number 14. 14 cars we called for, all 14 cars out there on the speedway. 12 laps will be the distance. Top 4 will transfer on into the A main, the final consolation event of the evening here for the Hunt to Front Virtual Racing League presented by Ford Bike.
It is time to go racing for LCQ number 2. Apologize there for my issues. I feel like every announcer you've worked with here, Todd, everybody's got issues falling out of race servers. Everything on my end went out again. I'm loaded myself back in. It's stuttering along. I feel like I'm still in Gomer's house, but by the time the green flag rolls out here, I think I'll be back here live with you.
As we get ready here, they're pacing into 3 and off of 4, so we're going to see this green flag come out as iRacing.com, Chevy Silverado down to the infield, wasting no time. A green flag is out to number 25 with Thomas McMullen looking to charge down to turn number 1. Number 4 down to the inside. The number 4 is actually, looks like James Shirley right there, and the number 4 is Jesse Hare. So he was scheduled to be the 34. Is actually the 4 took the 3 off because it was faster that way. But the 4 down to the inside at 51 to James Shirley to the middle portion of the track here. Side-by-side battle for the second spot. The 07 machine of Austin Jones. Now in that 4th spot. Here comes that number 42 of Virgil Perryman down to the inside. Side-by-side battle for the final transfer spot. Here coming out turn number 4.
Sure is. Good race there. Perryman versus Austin Jones, number 32. That is racing on for that transfer spot indeed. Thomas McMullen leading the way with the number 29. It is James Shirley and Jesse Hare right now. Now 3 wide. Down at the 3 is the 07 car away up the Speedway. Let's race it off of the race lead. They're 3 deep out of 4.
3 deep out of turn number 4. It's Thomas McMullen. Jesse Hare now running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is James Shirley. Virgil Perryman running in that 4th spot in the car. Number 42, Dustin Ladder. And the number 5 machine now diving to the inside, trying to take over that spot. Here comes the 56, too. Jonathan Joyner trying to get back up into the fray here, Phil. Right now, it's Ladder in the 4th and final transfer spot. Good battle going on here with 8 laps remaining.
Really is. Terrific battle going on over in turn number 3 and 4 for that 4th spot. As you said, it's got Paramore there. You got Austin Jones in the mix there, I believe, as well. No, I'm wrong cars. Pull up. Ladder in the 5 car in there. That's seeing I don't have the right names pulled up on my screen. I'm still working to get myself back right. Here we go. McMullen leading over Hare, Shirley, and Ladder. That's what the race is back there for 4th on back. Ladder holding on now. Cameron Kaysen. You go back to our heats there, Todd. Cameron was in a transfer spot coming to the white flag. He did exactly what I did. Fell completely out of the server. 18's been having to rebound back from that.
Oh!
As now we halfway home. We got a couple of cars together. Perryman got way out of shape.
Yeah, the car that got involved there, he was in a transfer spot there, Phil.
Oh, no.
And around he went, I believe that was Jones.
Jesse Hare.
No, Jesse Hare in car number 4 involved in that one. So transfer spot extinguished for that machine. I don't know. Dusty Ladner got right into the back of him. I don't know if that was a warping issue, what was going on there. We'll show the instant replay rather quickly here on the full velocity. No, he got sideways in this, yeah. The 4 was already sideways going around. The 5 had no place to go, so transfer spot negated there for car number 4.
Funny, you've got a 4 car, and I got a 34 car. I like the theory there. You said took the 3 away because it was faster with only the 4 on there. I see a 34. So, I don't know what's going on my end. Really wacky.
Trading Paints is loading wicked slow right now. You have to log into the server and be there for a little bit sometimes, though.
Yeah, you do.
Did that last night to us.
Yeah, well, said I don't know why I've been having. I know the internet is a crazy and busy place right now, and I don't like falling out mid-show. Drives me nuts. Hate losing the flow of that. Trying to get back in and trying to catch up now. Is under the yellow flag with 8 laps of 12 on the board, so running out of time in this one, and the no caution laps counting in the heats makes my job to catch back up to telemetry and cars and try to paint and all that involved. Well, makes my job a little bit harder. I'm still efforting, but we'll get back, I promise.
Yes, this is the final LCQ. Then we go on to the A main here tonight, Phil. So that'll be the final decision. Hopefully we can get everything rectified. Like I said, only 2 points separating here. I think it was 2 points to separate. 4. And then Rocky came back and said 2 points separating there after the heat races were over. I think to get heat racing points also. So seeing him out in the chat box, let me just double check here. As he was saying, definitely. FYI, 2 point difference between 1st and 2nd spot, then 1 point per spot. So, okay. So it is 4 points between those two. So top So 2 points per between first and second, and then 1 point per spot. So that's how it's going to be decided tonight, folks. Definitely rather close. We'll see who's going to take down this championship here this evening.
All right. Well, we need an engineer to do some math for us to calculate that out as well. Maybe somebody called McConey if he's not hungover. He can figure that out. I'm taught it myself. We do math. Things will kind of go broken and get astray. But you know what? Green Flag Racing back at better. We're going to get 2 to go this time through turns number 3 and 4. And the race leader, squarely, James Shirley, number 51 car, leading Tom McMullen, Cameron Case, and Dusty Ladner. Virgil Perriman, can he get the final transfer spot on? We're a mile or less than a mile from figuring it out.
Yeah, the 18X, but the yellow flag going to come right back out, Phil. So we thought we were going to get all the green flag laps in yellow, yellow, yellow back out onto the speedway. Slow these guys back down here. 3 laps will still remain here at the Hunter Front Virtual Racing League presented by Forward Bite. Not sure what just brought out this yellow flag here, Phil. Well, it looks like maybe the number 4 involved in this one, and the 4 getting in. Yeah, well, the 42 decided that he wanted to go lower. The wall was there. The wall won down into the corner. Put him back out into the track and into traffic. And then, unfortunately, collects the number 4 of Jesse Hare as he goes spinning around in the knot. Also, the 38 coming there to just add a little bit of insult to injury at the end of that one there. Mimic aboard the number 38 machine, Phil.
That's why there's a wall there. You're not supposed to go down there. You're going to bounce off it. You're going to bounce back into traffic, and things like that may happen. Sucks for Jesse Hare, but 42 car went to take that dive in there. It could have been worse. Could have been a Uke tire. Could have killed the car instantly. Could have got it stuck and could have piled everybody in behind him. So that's why walls are there. It did its function, keeping Virgil out of the infield. It kept him on the track, and fortunately, Jesse Hare, unfortunately, got an unintended consequence there for the 34 car. He was having a good afternoon.
If that was a Uke tire down there, unfortunately, Jesse Hare wouldn't have been involved. He would have the guy would have hit the Uke tire, maybe moved it, maybe got stuck up on top of it, but that's pretty much the way of the land with a Uke tire. So when you're down there, it wouldn't have caused any other extra melees down there because he was low enough where the other car wasn't going to be involved in that one. So definitely, I guess it's feast or famine here, but I would have rather took on a Uke tire than a concrete barrier and took out some other guys in the fray.
Well, either way, no harm, no foul. I think the 34 car may have been even parked for the afternoon as well. So off to number 4. Let's put the green flag back in the air. Green, white checkers finish this one. James Shirley, Tom McMullen, Dusty Ladner, Cameron Cason holding our top 4. Can guys like Jonathan Joyner, Anthony Hudson, Jeff Egger get their way to the main event? I guess we'll find out. This time out of 4, the white silk goes in the air.
Yeah, James Shirley leading the charge down into third, number 1. That number 25 running in second, McMullen. Ladner running in that third spot here is Ladner right now pretty much holding off Cameron Cason, but down into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Off of turn number 4, picking up the last LCQ win. That's number 51 machine of James Shirley. Second going to go to Thomas McMullen. Dustin Ladner going to finish up third. Fourth is going to be Cameron Cason. Jonathan Joyner 1 spot out of making the main. Tough break for Jonathan there. And that beautifully prepared number 56 machine.
All right, so there you have it. Qualifying is done. The LCQs are done. Got to thank Hunt the Front Virtual Racing League for this great series. The TradingPaints.com Showdown this afternoon in Eldora, brought to you by Forward Bite Racing Apparel and Swag for the fans and drivers of the Forward Bite Nation. Whether you're wrenching or racing, Forward Bite has you covered. This afternoon's event brought to you by, again, Forward Bite, the Hunt the Front Virtual Racing League. Before we get to our feature today, what do you say we take it and throw it trackside for the playing of our national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Forward bite. Every racer wants it, and it just may be the difference between winning and losing. You know that feeling when you come out of the turn like a rocket and leave them in the dust? That's forward bite. And now it's more than just an advantage on the track. It's a lifestyle, and quickly becoming a movement, sweeping racers of all ages, skill levels, and walks of life across the nation. From go-karts to Formula One and everything in between. Forward bite is your key to success, and we're here to make sure you not only know how to get it, but look pretty dang cool in the process. Welcome to Forward Bite Nation. Whether you're racing or wrenching, Forward Bite has you covered. The Forward Bite brand was born in the garage and is for racers and fans of racing by racers. If there's anything we know and love, it's the track.
All right, welcome back into the Full Velocity Racing Network this afternoon. The Hunt the Front Virtual Racing League presented by our friends at Forward Bite. The TradingPates.com Showdown this afternoon. Championship day here at the Eldora Speedway. So much here to get to before our 50-lap feature. But Todd, let's pick it up there. Let's look at this afternoon's point standings, man. This points battle, it is super, super tight.
Yeah, points battle with Zach McSwain right now, 205, with Tyler Sharm with 201. Craig Swartz not with us here tonight, Phil. That's going to be rather interesting. 196, that's going to drop him in the point standings. Dylan Hauser, 194. Trent Beaver with 190 there, and then you go on down the line. Again, folks, between first and second 2 points, the rest of the field is 1 point separating them. So we just wanted to show the Hunter Front points here, presented by Ford Blight up there on the screen. That's his top 20. So you're going to see a lot of moving inside that top 20, I do believe, here tonight, Phil, as some cars now making it in, some cars not here with us this evening. But you can see where their points stacked up versus Lanier, Lernerville, and Fairbury. The last 3 races, Eldora obviously blank because we have not finished it yet, but guys to watch on probably the top 5.
Oh, absolutely right. Well, headlining this list here, the opening race of the season at Lanier was won by Zach McSwain. We moved to Lernerville Speedway the following week where Dylan Hauser picking up the race win there. And the last race of the Fairbury Speedway was picked up by the number 80 of Dylan Wilson. So we've had 3 different winners over these first 3 races. Will we have a duplicate winner this afternoon? Will we see a new winner? Who is going to walk away with our hardware this afternoon? As it looks like the session has been forwarded over. It is time for a 50-lap main event to settle it here this afternoon. So let's get into it with our 3D Racing starting lineup.
And now your 3D Racing starting lineup live from the Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio, the Hunter Front Virtual Racing League, presented by Ford By. Starting on the pole, driving the number 07 machine, the Tennessee Vols, number 07. That is Howard Weaver and his days brother outside the Team VLR. 112, that's Devin Morgan.
In row number 2 with car number 2, that'll be Dylan Hauser with Slick Sim's teammate. Alongside of him with car number 25, Tyler Ducharme.
Inside row number 3, the Hunter Front, number 10. That is Joseph Joyner. And outside him, the number 57. No sponsor, still looking for a sponsor. That's Blake Nelms.
The points leader starts off in the 7th starting position. That will be number 25 of Zach McSwain with the number 80 of Dylan Wilson to his outside.
Inside row number 5, that's the Beav, Trent Beaver aboard car number 14. And the Hunter Front, number 1, that's Jesse Enterkin.
Ryan White will start 11th this afternoon. He is in car number 73 with the number 50 alongside of Andrew Torres.
Inside row number 7, that's the car number 22 of Christopher Ferguson. And Joe Ruder aboard car number 20, rolling off position number 14.
The 100 car will start position 15. That is Adrian Brown with a 00 alongside, and that is driven by Ryan Brown.
Rolling off in 17th starting spot, that's car number 51. That's James Shirley, and outside of him, the number 77 of Robert Fletcher.
Car number 29 will start 19th this afternoon. That is Thomas McMullen with the number 4 of Cody McDaniel.
Rolling off 21st, that's Dusty Ladner and Chris Kukta aboard the number 23 and 22nd.
And our final start of this afternoon with car number 18, that'll be Cameron Kaysen. 23 drivers, 50 laps around the legendary half-mile Eldora Speedway in Rossburg, Ohio. Who is going to be the victor of this season's championship? Zach McSwain leads 4 markers over Tyler Ducharme, Dylan Hauser, Trent Beaver. That's how we're going to look at it. Top 5 up there. Currently, we go under the RacingGuyFlag.com green flag.
Didn't have time to get to my traditional who's going to be out there, unfortunately. But the 07 of Howard Weaver, your race leader, the 112 machine on the outside there. That's the Team VLR. We're already under yellow flag. The number 2 running in the 3rd spot. That is Dylan Hauser. But I'm going to ask you guys out there, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Facebook Live, whether you're on Team VLR, I should say, Full Velocity Racing Network, you're on Hunter Front Facebook page. Who do you think is going to take down the victory here tonight? Who do you think is going to be the champion? Let's hear those chat boxes light up. I'll do my best to monitor those.
Absolutely right. Who is going to win this afternoon? Our first yellow flag of the 50-lap main event opens on the opening lap of this one. Also, don't want to forget our friends over at Von Bon Products putting both $10 a piece out for our A-Main Hard Charger and our A-Main Fastest Lap of the afternoon. So we thank you to the folks over at Von Bon Products. They sell some of the coolest products on the internet, including cooler fasteners and anodized nuts and washers. Check them out in their eBay store today. Von Bon Products. They'll have you covered. Thanks to them for coming on aboard.
Yeah, big thank you to Von Bon Products. And I'm not sure what brought out this yellow flag there. Phil is still trying to look here through the field. Looks like maybe Ladner involved in this one. We're going to make sure we double check there because he's kind of bent up.
Yep,
a little bit far back there.
think it was more of a checkup. It was stacked up in the middle, but definitely the 5 car got turned around. He's all beat up on the back end of that one. But the good news is we are doubled up. We are ready to go back to racing. It's going to be Howard Weaver, Devin Morgan, Dylan Hauser, Tyler Ducharme, and Joseph Joyner. Going to be our top 5 as off to number 4. Green flag returns to the airways.
Just as quick as I could do it there, we got that in, and we still didn't miss the green flag. We're 3 and 4 wide, even 5 wide racing here. Look at Joyner go. Joseph Joyner trying to go up through the middle in car number 10. But then number 25 to the outside, that's Tyler Ducharme. Oh, Joyner around in a knot. He saves it, though. I think Enderkid actually saved him over there. Jesse made sure he laid a fender to him to make sure he kept going in the right direction. Joyner lost a bunch of spots, but still clean and green so far, Phil.
So far out of turn number 4. Let's put 3 laps complete in this one, and that bright white and orange. Number 07, Howard Weaver, won a skip rope. He's a master of all crafts. Been winning races since conception, he said once upon a time, Todd. Howard Weaver leads the way, but here comes big money. Dylan Hauser the deuce. He'll be the low side looking for the lead.
Yeah, he's been down to the inside a couple of different times aboard car number 2. Dylan Hauser now to the outside as Howard Weaver trying to fend him off here on lap 5 of 50 down the back straightaway. Eldora Speedway, Roxburgh, Ohio. Hunt the front virtual racing lead presented by Ford Bite. And Dylan Hauser back looking to the bottom, playing a little bit of peekaboo. Cat and mouse game so far for Dylan Hauser. That is back down to the inside, side by side for the race lead through 1 and 2.
Certainly is, and Weaver checked up to the middle. Hauser got a good run to the bottom. That may be enough to shoot him to the race through the 3 and 4. He'll drive it in deep. Let's see if Weaver crosses him over. He certainly will. 07 car back to the bottom. Let's throw some sliders here early at Eldora. Put Weaver back in the top spot, but not so fast, my friend. Hauser comes zapping back around the outside lane.
Yeah, and Leo Pena out there saying that Howard Weaver was going to win, so we're going to have to see what's going to happen. There is the number 2 machine of Dylan Hauser, now your race leader. They're the iRacing flag number 2. Second is Howard Weaver. That was on the Team VLR chat. We'll make our way over to Hunter front, so we'll see what's going to go on over here. Jesse's going to bring in net code on the net 25. Joseph Joyner out there too. Anderkin, everybody going for that. Hunter front, Devin Morgan over there, Phil. So just going through the chat box and Vinny Figures out there and Mark Stark out there. Earl Weaver's car.
Earl loves Earl Weaver's car. Best
Earl
comment
Weaver.
of the day.
Earl Weaver's, yep.
Tell me you know who Earl Weaver is.
I do. Go Vals,
Okay.
he says.
It says go Vals, but Earl Weaver, that would be a famous baseball manager. Baltimore Orioles was the shit back in the day, I'll tell you that much. But off turn number 4, we complete another lap around. We go on 10 laps of 50 complete. And Ronald Corkwell out there, he said the 2 car is going to win this thing. Not a bad pick because Hauser leads Howard Weaver. Call it by 3 car lengths over in turn 3.
So now, Phil, I've been watching the points battle here that's going to be shaking up here through 1 and 2. Through first and second, I should say, 1 and 2. But right now they're currently running a 5th and 4th on there, respectively. It's Zach McSwain behind Tyler Ducharme. 1 point not going to do it, though. For those guys, so there'll be a 3-point advantage there, Phil. So right now, Zach McSwain doing everything he can, keeping all the points getters that he's got right there in his eyesight.
How many would Dylan Hauser gain on the leaders in the points there, running with the race lead with Tyler Ducharme and Zach McSwain running
5
back there in
points.
4th and 5th? 5 points. So maybe not over this afternoon for the deuce of Dylan Hauser, who leads the way out of turn number 2 over Howard Weaver. Got Devin Morgan running in the 3rd spot. Ducharme, Zach Swain, your top 5. Dylan Wilson, the number 80 car, running the 6th spot with Trent Bieber, Blake Nelms, Jesse Enderkin, and Ryan Weistart. That's currently our top 10 now. 14 laps of 50 going on the scoreboard.
Yeah, 14 laps of 50, 15 laps up there now is Dylan Hauser driving it off into turn number 3, the iRacing flag number 2 machine. Trying to set the pace here around Eldora Speedway again. Howard Weaver running in the 2nd spot. Devin Morgan running 3rd. Zach McSwain for 4 now. As he made his way around his teammate there. Dylan Wilson also got around the teammate too. The other number 25, he moves himself into position number 5. Watch out for Dylan Wilson there towards the end of this one. Wilson always fast there, and he lurks in the shadows, and then all of a sudden he strikes at the last moment and takes down victories, Phil. So do not count out Dylan Wilson. Trent Beaver having a nice solid run there in the 7th spot right there behind Tyler Ducharme in 6th.
Oh, absolutely right. And Beaver has had a really good whole series in this one as well. He's been competitive all season long. Currently in the top 5 in the point standings. That 14 the Beaver, Trent Beaver. One heck of a job. It has been a pleasure to watch him over these 4 races, but a good race going on out here. What does that call that? The 4th spot. McSwain holding off Dylan Wilson. Tyler Ducharme right behind them. That is 3 titans here, these super late models. going nose to tail, running on for 4th, 5th, and 6th on back. But it is Dylan Hauser. He leads the way and is almost out there by a full second over Howard Weaver as he exits turn 4.
Yeah, Howard Weaver right now in, like you said, the second spot, but he's being challenged by the 112 of Devin Morgan. Morgan's looked to the inside a couple different times on Weaver. He's going down to protect it there. The Tennessee number 07 machine now drifts up to the high side there. Different groove for Howard Weaver as he comes down here into turn number 3. Let's see what he's going to do here. He's just banging that cushion fill on the top shelf of the Speedway. He drives it in pretty deep, getting that momentum and just lets it slide and get that right rear into that cushion, help him go around that corner. I mean, having that second spot as Devin Morgan slams the outside wall, making a little bit of love. It's that 112 machine. As here comes Zach McSwain down to the inside. Slide job through 3 and 4. Put Zach McSwain to third, Phil. Hey, he's wasting no time. McSwain wants to win himself a championship here tonight at Eldora Speedway.
He certainly does. That move Morgan made to the outside wall, you called a little kiss and a little making love. Yeah, he was way past there a little bit. That was a whole lot of bit of contact with the wall for Devin Morgan. But now him and Zach McSwain going to exchange that third spot off of number 4. Put a 25 back up the third. Now Devin Morgan trying to hold on because Dylan Wilson's not too far behind him.
Yeah, Dylan Wilson now has been down to the inside there. Morgan now slides back up in front of him. Here comes Wilson firing back down to the inside, side-by-side battle for the 4th spot. But Dylan Wilson now, the number 4 there in the D1RT ADT. Of course, Devin Morgan not going to go away, but Wilson is definitely faster here each and every time. Morgan now slides her back down to the bottom of the Speedway. Catfishing it down here through 3 and 4, but man, oh man, look at the top shelf prevail again, Phil. We know that at Eldora Speedway. Meanwhile, up front, it is Dylan Hauser pounding the outside retaining wall there with the iRacing High Flag number 2 machine. Howard Weaver still running in second, but he's starting to track him in, reel him in there, Phil. He might have had a chain or something extra to that number 2 machine.
Maybe, because he's been really consistent. He's now halfway home in this one. 25 laps complete, a 50-lap main event. Last time by 16:62 for the second spot. Howard Weaver versus Dylan Wilson. Dylan Hauser, 16:57. So Dylan beginning to open that up back again. It's been kind of back between 8/10 and about 6/10 between the two. That's been kind of going back and forth. The 25 car of Zach McSwain, he's the car to watch right now, Todd. He currently runs third and is beginning to run down these top two. It's under 1 second on a turn 4.
McSwain and Wilson both faster than the current race leaders. As now Howard Weaver pulls something out of his hat too. 16.504, fastest car out there on the Speedway as of right now here on lap 28 of 50. That 07 is faster, but man, look at the 25 McSwain, just so consistent. There with the JDR graphics machine, that number 25 just reeling in that 07 methodically, plotting his way up to the front. Hey, well, better way to win the championship, Phil, is to go down and win the final race too, and put that exclamation point on their season.
That's how I've always say, you're gonna win a championship. Why not do it in victory lane with the trophy girl winning the race as well? Just take all the gold this afternoon. That'd be a good idea for Mr. McSwain. The number 25 is he has not only run down Howard Weaver, it's down about 2 car lengths, and now having to negotiate through a little bit of lap traffic as we race for second. It's going to be McSwain. He'll look to the low side of Weaver in turn 1.
Zach McSwain now slides up in front of him, hits the outside retaining wall. Here comes Howard Weaver back to the inside. He's going to take back over position 2, but how long is he going to be able to hold on to it there, Phil? Is that number 25 is Zach McSwain knocking on his door there, right there on his rear bumper, and lap traffic just keeps sliding up in front of Howard Weaver. Got to worry Weaver just a tad bit. That number 50 machine, that would have scared me as he came up there. Tara's in the number 50 machine just down the bottom, minding his own P's and Q's, but man, he did slide up in front of Howard Weaver and McSwain. That could have piled those guys both up, but don't look now, Phil. Look who's coming into the picture, Dylan Wilson in that ADD.
Oh yeah, I've been kind of watching him kind of lurking there in the shadows and watching these cars go through the lap traffic and negotiate their line. And this is a race right here. Dylan Wilson is cerebral at doing this as he runs down now the back of a 25 of Zach McSwain, who's over in turn 1 and 2, and that race for third is beginning to pick up some steam. Weaver has put McSwain to bed for now. Weaver going to hold on back for second. The story is Dylan Hauser. He's got a full second on the field now, 34 laps going on complete. But Deuce running away. The problem is, Todd, looking up ahead, there was a whole gaggle of lap traffic in front of the race leader.
Yeah, and he's going to have to navigate through that. It is Dylan Hauser, and Hauser pretty aggressive in his own right. Definitely lays everything out in the track that he can on any given night, Phil, to try to take down a victory. The 2 Dylan Hauser is right now, like you said, a second, so you don't want to give it up too much because Howard Weaver running in that second spot is not that far behind. 0.983, then Zach McSwain back there now as Dylan Wilson has caught McSwain too, Phil. We got 15 to go.
Yeah, and that the race for second becoming a three-way dance now as well between Weaver, McSwain, Wilson, Devin Morgan, not too far behind in the 112 either. But Dylan Hauser last time by thought was 1.07 seconds. Let's see what it'll be this time as we complete 37 laps around the Eldora Speedway. And it's gonna grow a little bit, not too much, 1.08, so pretty consistent lap times for the 07 of Weaver, who's got about a half a second over McSwain, Wilson, Devin Morgan into the top five. Not the run this afternoon I think Tyler Ducharme was hoping for in the 25. He sits back there a sixth spot and kind of no challenger at this point.
Yeah, really no challenger. Tyler Ducharme just kind of just sitting there. Looks like he's got the 112 in touch there. That's Devin Morgan. And actually, those guys right there, Phil, they're pretty much tight net together there. You got third, fourth, fifth, and sixth all right there in close proximity. Those guys doing a fantastic job on the outside, but it doesn't look like either one of them faster than one another here as Dylan Hauser continues to lead. Howard Weaver last time by with a 1.088, now down to a 0.949, Phil. So Howard Weaver starting to reel back in Dylan Hauser, but that keeps switching around. 0.772 for Hauser, 0.806 for Howard Weaver last time by.
It certainly is. You want to see what a water race cars looks like? Well, I found it about 2 laps ago. I was back here riding with, who's that? The 4 car of Cody McDaniel, Chris Cook to Adrian Brown around him, Joseph Joyner, James Shirley. That is good racing going on back there. 13 seconds off the race lead, but some of the best racing on the Speedway. May not be for the lead, but it's back here running. Is now 42 laps, put 43 on the board as Dylan Hauser keeps rocketing around this half mile.
Yeah, I was watching contact being made back there, Phil. The 112 machine got into the side of Zach McSwain, your points leader, put him up in the wall, and they make some more contact. As the 112 of Devin Morgan now moves back up. Here comes the 25 of Tyler Ducharme, but he's made some contact with the 25 each and every time, and that puts him back even deeper into the field. Oh, prayer slider by the 25 of McSwain. Whoa. He throws a slider right up there. He's not very happy with that 112 machine. Here comes Tyler Ducharme beating and banging on the 112 into the outside wall. Team orders, maybe.
That's a whole old-fashioned war here, Todd. Now as we put 44 laps complete. We're going to have 5 laps remaining in the feature event. It's a good battle back here. Morgan, McSwain, Ducharme. Who is going to come out of that one? That's a couple of guys racing for a championship. And the racer of Dylan Hauser beginning to try to steal it, Todd, as he is also 5 laps away.
Yeah, Dylan Hauser doing a fantastic job, but trying to stick with Zach McSwain. Like I said, not really probably team orders there. The 225s, these guys are really fighting it out too. As Ducharme wants to win the points championship, the 25 of Zach McSwain wants to win it. Devin Morgan wants to get the best finish he can here, and especially fighting with the likes of those two guys. Those two teammates right there really throw everything they got at one another. So I don't believe there's no team orders. They're just having good old-fashioned racing. Let's just say that because it just goes good.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch so far, Todd. We're running out of time here, and I have found the race leader, Dylan Hauser, down the back straightaway into turn number 3. He is running down the 100 of Adrian Brown. Adrian trying to stay in the lead lap. There's a 2 laps to go signal been given. Dylan Hauser, he's going to lead away, Don, 1.5 seconds over Howard Weaver. Hauser maybe just gliding to yet another checkered flag this afternoon. He is in 3 and 4. Going to see the white flag this time.
Yeah, white flag going to come out. A lot of lap traffic right there directly in front of him is Dylan Hauser. So Hauser down here into 1 and 2 for the final time. Coming down the back straightaway, the iRacing I flag. Number 2 of Dylan Hauser dives her off into turn number 3, trying to put another lap car down another lap here, but going to ride the bottom safely to the checkered flag here. Down to front virtual racing lead presented by Ford by Trading Paints here. Everything going on here at Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio. That puts, let's see where did the Zach McSwain car finish for?
6th.
6th, so we got 2 points. I think it's going to be 1 point advantage to Zach McSwain over Dylan Hauser, Phil. I really do.
Believe so, too. I'm going to let the administration sort that out, mainly Mr. Stephen Calabota. We'll find out who our champion is. We will find out. We know for sure who the weight spinner is. Dylan Hauser. We will talk to him next live on the post-race show here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing. Do not go far. Post-race show coming up next.
Forward bite. Every racer wants it, and it just may be the difference between winning and losing. You know that feeling when you come out of the turn like a rocket and leave them in the dust? That's forward bite. And now it's more than just an advantage on the track. It's a lifestyle, and quickly becoming a movement, sweeping racers of all ages, skill levels, and walks of life across the nation. From go-karts to Formula One and everything in between. Forward bite is your key to success, and we're here to make sure you not only know how to get it, but look pretty dang cool in the process. Welcome to Forward Bite Nation. Whether you're racing or wrenching, Forward Bite has you covered. The Forward Bite brand was born in the garage and is for racers and fans of racing by racers. If there's anything we know and love, it's the track.
Just a moment as we're making our way down, getting the final calculations for the points, the top three in points given to us here. As they're skirting around pretty tight points battle here for the Hunt the Front Virtual Racing League presented by Forward Bite. So we're just making a few minute adjustments to make sure we got the right top three in points because we want to interview those guys along with the top three guys here that finished in the Eldora Speedway. Thank you to Trading Paints. Thank you to Forward Bite. For coming aboard for the sponsorship. Big thank you to Hunt the Front for having the Full Velocity Racing Network out there. As we're just taking a brief pause for the cause. We'll find out what's going to go on and come right back to you. It's really, really close, so we want to make sure that we are right here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. So we'll come right back at you here. Just bear with us here. Exciting.
All right, we are back here live with the Full Velocity Racing Network. It's time to sort out who the champion is. It is down to just milliseconds here in math, but we do know for sure Dylan Hauser is the race winner. And I know second, Howard Weaver. Let's talk to our third place on the points, I believe. A good run here in this one. The number 25 of Tyler Ducharme will grab third in the race standings, I believe, overall. Tyler, a good run for you guys. So close, running for a championship. Your car seemed to be a handful all afternoon. The Eldora Raceway, man. Tell us about your afternoon, these 50 laps.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of running the fence really anywhere. Just setup was loose, hard to drive. Kind of got up into the fence, tore the spoiler off it, and then I was like, you know what, let's do it from there. And I just started pounding the cushion. Whatever happened. And I was kind of reeling them guys in a little bit, and then Devin Morgan decided to just screw his head off and just kill McSwain, and kind of got into a big tussle there. But it is what it is. Overall, finished top 5 every race, so happy about that. For Slick to go 1, 2, 3 in the points, that's something we've always pretty cool. We put a lot of hard work into all this, and to have that outcome, it's pretty cool.
It certainly is, man. You guys did one hell of a job, and you talked about that war you guys had, you and Zach and Morgan up there. That was a ferocious fight. But that is the nature of Eldora this afternoon. This place always seems to lock itself up in the top lane, really tough to pass. Is that why we saw what was like a war zone back there, you guys racing together?
Yeah, it's part of that, and then also you gotta race smart. You just can't. I watched Devin just drive through Zach. I'm not trying to start anything, but you can't just throw a slide job from 10 car lengths back. He got into him pretty good there, and then he blocked my slider, and we got together, and it just was on from there. So just one of them racing deals, Eldora. We're all fighting for one groove. But at the end of the day, thanks for Hunt the Front putting us on VLR admin. It's a lot of fun to come out and race for money, and I've said it multiple times. We wouldn't be here without Hunt the Front. So.
Absolutely right. Well, Tyler, a classy dude as always, man. Congratulations. 3rd place in the standings, man. So 1, 2, 3 for the Slick guys. Take that anytime, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, here he is, folks. Tyler Ducharme, gracious to show up here this afternoon. He'll finish up 3rd in the overall standings of this one here. So we know that for sure. I'm going to throw this thing down here now. I think I'm going to throw it to Todd. I believe he has today's 2nd place finisher, Mr. Howard Weaver.
Oh, hey.
Weaver likes to take the microphone away, and we'll let Howard Weaver do his own interview sometime soon here. But Howard, a great 2nd place finish here for you with the 07 car. I know Mark Stark, the guy that works with me at After Motorsports Park, loved the car because he's a big Tennessee Volunteers fan. Definitely loved the car, and he was picking you to win. You got 2nd though here. Definitely a good race though. You're starting to come back to winning fashion almost there, Howard. Tell us about your race.
Almost, I guess. But yeah, Go Balls, who I don't remember who you said that was, but Afton Speedway, that's cool. That's not close to Tennessee, so that's cool. But yeah, it was a good race for me. I was glad it stayed green there because I risk getting taken out if we had a late yellow, because I usually seem to have that kind of luck lately. But it was a good run. My game kept freezing up a lot. So it would pause for like a second or two, and I'd get myself into trouble whenever that would happen. And Hauser got by me pretty early, but we kind of stayed on pace with him, and eventually he just kind of pulled away at the end. But I'm happy to get a 2nd place out of it.
Yeah, definitely a good race for the number 07 machine. But tell us about going up on the wall and then all your issues. Like you said, we could see your car blinking in and out. It looked like the mothership was trying to take you away, Howard. But you were just giving up too good of a fight to let them take you.
Yeah, it was trying. I don't know what happened. It never really has done that before. It would just pause for a couple seconds, and one of the times it did that, I ended up with getting my spoiler damage after I ran a really quick lap the lap before. So it probably cost me 1/10 of a second after that, or per lap. So I don't know what happened, but got passed back to 3rd once and got back up to 2nd. So it held on for 50 laps at least, and I'll take it.
All right, Howard, before I let you go, I'm going to give you that microphone one last time. You can thank your thank you this evening.
All right, I'll give a shout out to Wills Horton in the comments. He's a big supporter, and then Leo Pena, Team VLR, Hunt the Front for doing the series, and iRacing iFlag, Full Velocity Racing Network for the coverage, and congrats to Dylan on the win. It was a good race.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bringing home second place here tonight, driver of the Tennessee, number 07. That's Howard Weaver. Bringing home second here, Phil. I know Steven down here with us, too, to announce the champion,
Yes.
points champion, too. I'll let you get to the winner here first, and then we'll let Mr. Calavoda announce our series top three, I should say, for that matter. So, Phil, take that away, and then you guys take at it after that.
All right. Well, this is what I can tell you here. We have the points coming up next. But first of all, let's get down here into the winner's circle about this race. Talk to our race winner this afternoon, the number 2, Dylan Hauser, picking up another checkered flag. This one here at Eldora on an afternoon. This racetrack was certainly really slick. The lockdown up top, tough to pass. You navigated it better than anybody else, Dylan. First of all, tell us about your run.
Yeah, we didn't really qualify that great. I've never been a guy to really be known to hit the bottom that good here at Eldora, so that got us off a little bit behind 8 Ball in the heat race, and I got the lead in the heat race, won it, started third, and just raced Howard for the first 10, 12 laps, and made my move on him in 3 and 4 with the slide job, and then we just kind of did consistent laps. I was just trying not to make mistakes. I was consistently pulling away, so that was good. Like I said, the track was slick, and when it gets slicked off along the top, I'm usually really good, so that's what it took tonight. And the cars drove pretty good. The setup's been good all year, all season, I guess I should say, and just got to thank Hunt the Front and all their sponsors for putting this deal together.
It was a lot of fun to watch, and you guys did a whole lot of green flag racing this afternoon. Tell me about coming through that lap traffic. I mean, it's usually tough to get around these guys, but they were up there racing position. They weren't given a whole lot of room. What was it like navigating through the traffic to win this one?
Yeah, there was a lot of traffic tonight. I think I lapped up to 12th or something. So they were mostly pretty respectful. They didn't give me a lot of problems. They see me coming, they go low, no matter if they're racing side by side or not. So hats off to those guys. They don't have to do that. It's my job to get around them. So thanks to those guys. A couple of them had to pass straight up, but that's cool. The leader should be able to handle that. He shouldn't be able to not pass lap cars without having a problem. So that's part of being the leader. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's all it is. And I'll tell you what, classy guy right here, Dylan. Congratulations. A big win this afternoon. Let me give you the mic here one more time. Let you hear salute the crowd as our race winner, and then we'll figure out these points.
Yeah, I just got to thank everybody at Slick Sim Sport and all of our sponsors. We couldn't do it without them. They support us. They pay for our entry fees, getting all these deals. They're great. I got to thank Joel, Lewis, Tyler, Zach, Hayden, everybody. I mean, they were spotting all year, make sure we were good, practicing with us, building sets, just make sure we're 110% every race we enter, and that's what it takes to be up front in these deals. You really cannot give these guys an inch, because if you take a week off, you're going to be behind. So that's what it takes. You got to stay on top of this. You got to work hard to be good, and that's what it takes.
All right. Well, this guy right here, he's a good one. He's a champion driver for sure. Dylan Hauser in the deuce in victory lane. And now I turn my attention to our buddy from Team VLR, Mr. Steven Calavoda. He has our points calculated. Give us a rundown.
Wow, Phil and Todd, what a great series that was. Super stoked to end that with a bang. Eldora was great. Did not disappoint. Great racing early. Got a little choo-chooey in the main event there, but that lap traffic really made it exciting. Appreciate you guys broadcasting this event. I just want to shout out all the sponsors first before I get to points. Everybody wants these points, but we got to pay a visit to Forward Bite. Forward Bite put up a bunch of money for this series. Without Forward Bite, it would not be in existence. James Gang Barbecue, Speedy Fast Designs, Von Braun Products, QA1 Performance, Go Lithium Batteries. I hope I didn't forget anybody, but at the end of the day, this was a Hunt the Front deal. So shout out to Hunt the Front. Make sure you give all those sponsors some loving. Points. That's what I'm in here for. Holy smokes. Points took a ginormous turn of events today. There was some scoring issues at the end of last week's race that were not put in public view because we just caught them. We just had an appeal come in on the points in that, and there was a standing start issue last week where it flip-flopped and black flags came about. Somebody did not get a black flag clear. Dylan Hauser will be given 5th place points from last week from, I believe it was 13th. So he was the biggest loser last week, but after review, here's how we got for points.
Drum roll. This is awesome.
How about third place, Tyler Descharme with 266 points. Tyler Descharme, good job. Congratulations. Second place points with 269 is going to be Zach McSwain. Zach McSwain takes the points title. Tonight's winner is going to be your overall points title. I hate overturning any appeal from Dylan Hauser, but he's going to win this championship with 273 points. So huge congratulations to Dylan Hauser. And again, appreciate everybody. Appreciate all Full Velocity does. It takes a lot of people to make something like this happen. So thanks to everybody.
We appreciate that. Dylan, the series champion, man. How about that, buddy? Congratulations.
Yeah, it's cool and all, but it's there's more than that. Slick Sim Sport to go 1, 2, 3 in the point steal is pretty cool. So congrats to Tyler and Zach. We go 1, 2, 3. That's not easy to do when you got competition like we got every week here at the Hunt the Front series / VLR. So that's awesome, and we just got to thank everybody for putting the league on.
Awesome stuff right here. Here he is, folks. Not only the winner, the series champion. I always said, win the race, take the title. Dylan Hauser did just that, Todd. He is the big winner this afternoon, and it's going to wrap up what has been a terrific series. Great job of the two team, the entire Slick Sim Sports team. They were fast all season long, and they sweep top 3 in points. Dylan Hauser's the champ.
Yeah, Dylan Hauser, the champion. Slick Slim Sports. Slick Slim Sport. Yeah, Slim. We're going to call you Slim. Slim Sports. Slick Sim Sports, definitely top 3 in points. Congratulations to those guys. Also got to, like you said, California, you got to thank the sponsors, and we can't thank them enough here for Hunt the Front. Hunt the Front, like you said, virtual racing league presented by Forward Bite. Can't thank Forward Bite out there. HTF for 10% off your purchase if you head over to Forward Bite. That stuff is sweeping the nation right now, I'm going to tell you. Get to see some of it here. The upcoming practice, finally get to see some practices here in upstate New York. Then you got to thank James Gang Barbecue was an event sponsor there based out of Missouri. I know Jeff Brown got some of it, said it was fantastic. James Gang Barbecue, Speedy Fast Designs for the LCQ sponsorships, 10 each to each winner here throughout this 4-race series. Von Baden Products for the A-Man Fastest Lap. Thank you to those guys. Thank you to Gold Lithium Batteries for the fastest qualifier. Also, a big thank you to all of our sponsors here on Full Velocity Race Network. Again, some big sponsors for us, Miller Design and Media, that does all of our graphics behind the scenes. I know we've seen him a couple different times here. Got to thank Jack Truin, too, Phil. Jack does a lot of work for us and does a lot of hard work for us, and he doesn't get enough credit for it. But got to thank Jack Truin out there for helping us out. Also, Ron Piles. He doesn't get a lot of credit either. Again, without a team, our new owner, extraordinary, iRacingIFlag.com, Jeff Brown, thank him for coming aboard with us, and thank all of our other sponsors here. So many to name here tonight. I'm not going to take the chance, not going to have the chance to name them all off here because we're starting to get into our time here, though, our time constraints here. But again, Phil, it was a fantastic season here for Hunt the Front. Sad it's leaving here on Mother's Day, but everybody else has a happy on Mother's Day. I'll see you guys soon here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. I have a couple nights off. I'm definitely going to use that to recoup during this stretch during this coronavirus stuff. Yeah, Tuesday. You may see me Tuesday. You may.
Hope so. We get the modifieds on Tuesday night, so we're going to hope we're going to see you there.
We're going to see. We're going to see if we're going to be there. We're going to see.
All right.
Got some obligations at the local track soon. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's even better. All right. Well, that's Todd. I am Phil. Thanks to all of you for watching, all of our great sponsors. Thanks to the Hunt the Front Virtual Racing League. Until next time, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Forward Bite. Every racer wants it. And it just may be the difference between winning and losing. You know that feeling when you come out of the turn like a rocket and leave them in the dust? That's Forward Bite. And now it's more than just an advantage on the track. It's a lifestyle, and quickly becoming a movement, sweeping racers of all ages, skill levels, and walks of life across the nation. From go-karts to Formula One and everything in between. Forward Bite is your key to success, and we're here to make sure you not only know how to get it, but look pretty dang cool in the process. Welcome to Forward Bite Nation. Whether you're racing or wrenching, Forward Bite has you covered. The Forward Bite brand was born in the garage and is for racers and fans of racing by racers. If there's anything we know and love, it's the track.